In 1981, a new disease appeared in New York, San Francisco, and Los Angeles. Young and previously healthy men were stricken by a rare pneumonia called pneumocystis. This was the beginning of what would become the greatest healthcare crisis of the 20th century. Almost 30 years later, the disease, now known as HIV, looms as a global crisis that affects individuals of every race, religion, age, gender, and socioeconomic group.
I found out I was positive in 1997. And I was married and I have my children. I have 5. When I found out, I was shocked, scared. Then me and my wife got separated.
You know, I didn't lead a promiscuous lifestyle. I didn't lead a drug-addicted lifestyle. So the last thing I expected was to be afflicted with this illness.
My life changed when I found out because I basically resigned myself to death.
I'm Dr. Stuart Stein, and I'm going to tell you about a beacon of hope in the fight against HIV and AIDS in the Las Vegas area. As the epidemic raged on, healthcare systems worldwide quickly became overwhelmed by the extraordinary burdens of HIV disease. Even in 2010, in the world's wealthiest and most advanced nation, individuals affected by HIV cannot cope with the impact the disease has on every aspect of their lives.
When you give somebody a diagnosis of HIV, for most of them, they feel like you've destroyed their life. 65% of people who get that diagnosis become depressed immediately. The level of suicide is very high.
I was a deputy sheriff for 12 years in Chicago. So I felt like I was prepared to spend the rest of my life in jail because I had firmly made up my mind that the person that infected me had no time or space left on this earth.
The biggest challenges I face are probably, of course, complications with the virus, medications, fatigue, diarrhea are probably my biggest problems that I have to overcome.
This is especially true for minorities and the poor, who are disproportionately affected by the HIV crisis. In Las Vegas, 25 years of unprecedented growth brought the HIV crisis upon the city like a desert storm, overwhelming the medical and social resources of the community.
Remember, I will still be here as long as you hold me in your memory. Remember, when your dreams have ended, time can be transcended. Just remember me. I am the one star that keeps burning so brightly. It is the last light to fade into the rising sun. I'm with you whenever you tell my story, or I am all I've done. Remember, I will still be here as long as you hold me in your memory.
Most people with HIV struggle to obtain the hugely expensive medications they need just to stay alive.
I take 3 antivirals a day, and each medication, the lowest cost of one of the medications, one medication is $198, the other medication is $207, and the third medication is like $190.
Many patients are forced to choose between their medications and feeding their families.
I came here because I needed help with food, because I'm a single parent and I had 3 of my kids with me. So, and I lost my job, so I just needed help with food.
Insurance companies and government social programs struggle to meet the needs of the affected, but only really scratch the surface of their basic human needs.
it's hard to wear diapers when you're 36 years old and should be in relatively good health. And they're very expensive.
Fortunately, in Las Vegas, we have visionaries who saw the plight of people infected and affected by HIV. One such visionary is Father Joseph O'Brien, a Roman Catholic priest of the Western Dominican province. Out of his vision was born the St. Therese Center for HIV and AIDS.
Well, the goal of the St. Therese Center, I would love to say, is to go out of business, which would mean that there was a cure for HIV and AIDS. So that would be great. You know, we would love that. But the goal is to journey with our men, women, and children who have the virus, to let them know that they're not alone, and to let them know that certainly in the sense of spirit of love and compassion that we, as well especially God, cares for them in their lives.